going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're back at it again with all the exciting, controversial topics, I guess you can say. And if you haven't seen our previous video where we go dealer to dealership trying to find out what it takes to buy these new performance cars coming out, I'll summarize it very quickly and briefly for all of you. The prices for new cars are just insane. Everyone talks about the inflation that's happening right now, but rest assured, it's like 10 times to 100 times worse for buying a new hot performance car. Whether that is the all-new Corvette Z06 or a Porsche 992 GT3, wild right now, absolutely wild. When I recently walked up to the Porsche dealership to inquire about the new 992 GT3 because we received some comments here and there going like, hey Austin, you're spending more money on a Z06 than the new 992 is MSRP wise. I was like, yeah, I might be, but let's try to find out how realistic it is to buy a new 992 GT3, the all-new 911. And walking to the dealership, seeing it marked up past $300,000 total out-the-door price. That's without throwing in taxes. It's insane to think about how someone can pay and buy a brand new car and give a car dealership that much money profit. We're talking profit, $150,000 of pure profit that goes straight into the owner's pocket. And they have their allocation from the manufacturer, Porsche. They can just keep on selling them for this much money and they won't face any repercussions. This is what we're dealing with as buyers. We have to try to search, try to find that one dealership that does us right. Today in this video, we're gonna ask the ultimate question and find out, based on all of your perspectives, what is the highest you're willing to pay over MSRP for a car? Now, you have to analyze it on multiple spectrums because on one side of it, you could spend $30K over a sticker for a car and lose probably 50% of its value over a span of 2 to 5 years. However, you could also pay that much money and be able to sell the car for about double what you paid for it, maybe even 3 times what you paid for it. Ford GTs right now are being sold for close to $1 million. And that car was originally sold for $500,000. And the reason why is because Ford didn't allow dealerships to mark up that vehicle. It's essentially like buying directly from the manufacturer. Now, let's say that you did pay over sticker, let's say $200,000, $300,000 over sticker for that $500,000 Ford GT. Well, guess what? You still made $200,000+ off of the car. You have to think about it like that. And then if you're buying a brand new Porsche GT3, if you paid $150,000 over sticker, would you retain that value when the all-new new GT4 RS comes out, or the 992 GT3 RS? Would it kill your value? This is the big dilemma, because we don't want to see dealerships get ahead while the buyer loses all that extra money they spent on this brand new performance car. It's insane thinking about it. And since so many people have been reaching out to me trying to ask me, hey, I want to get a new Z06, can you help me find one? I feel so bad because there's really nothing I can do to help other people right now get an MSRP deal here in California, because either they're all taken or the dealerships are charging astronomical prices. I'm still trying to find dealerships all the time to recommend to you reaching out to me. I want to help all of you to the best of my ability. And to those of you who I have reached out back and helped, I'm happy I was able to do so. And to all of you who are still reaching out to me, I'm going to do all I can to try to help you. At the same time, for some buyers, they are going to be willing to pay over sticker. Now, I've talked to quite a few exotic car owners as well, and you'd be surprised what the reception is like for this all-new Corvette Z06. Now, one individual I know who has a big collection of exotics was telling me how he's totally down, totally okay to spend $30K up to $50K over sticker for this brand new Z06. And from their perspective, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, they possibly don't offer as much of a performance per dollar factor as this new Corvette. So an extra 30, 50 grand on top of a, let's say, $160,000 to $170,000 nicely spec'd Z06, ain't that bad because they're maxed out Huracans or Ventadors. They can cost a lot more. And that's the main thing Corvette Chevrolet has always had, that performance per dollar ratio. And that's why I want to make this video, ask all of you, how much do you think over sticker is acceptable? The biggest thing I've learned over time is that it's all dependent on the buyer, how much they're willing to pay, and whether they want it now or later on. Since supply and demand is, well, you gotta face it right now. There isn't really any supply, and there's a ton of demand. Prices are going to go up. There are good examples out there. Big Corvette dealerships that charge MSRP only, and I have so much respect for them. I really do. It's all about that customer experience. At the same time, when over here in California, I can, drive to the big cities and see them for 100K, 150K, maybe even if one's crazy enough, 200K over sticker for this new Corvette. It's just markups can become greedy. Same can be said for relatively any performance car coming out. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna pause all these thoughts right there. Remember back when the Dodge Demon was coming out? Oh my gosh, the markups were huge. Absolutely massive. We saw a 50K markup, $75,000 over sticker. That was a hot car. Dodge announced they're not making too many of them, just 1 year production only. And there were huge markups back then in 2018. Same can be said when the GT350s first came out. Big markups. People paid them. And overall, over time, the more and more that a company produces a vehicle, I think that it's harder to retain that value. If you did pay big money over sticker for a 992 GT3 and they made basically a fraction of the prior generation, you could be seeing your value hold that high. Behind me, I have the official build and price for the Porsche 992 GT3 and the Z06. And it looks really cool just thinking about it, because the Porsche and the Corvette are going to be competing head to head. Both cost over $100,000. Both are under $200,000 if you get the right spec version of them. They found a really interesting range and ballpark for the performance you're getting. They are going to be fighting upper class vehicles and doing a really good job doing so. Stay tuned for our track comparisons between these two vehicles. We will be putting them head to head to see which one is faster, and I cannot wait to do so. Same with the Ford GT. If you haven't seen our previous video talking about our plans for that head to head. I would say every single new high-end performance vehicle that is sought after has these huge markups from the dealerships. The new G-Wagons and the refreshed G-Wagons, they're going for $100,000 over sticker at a Mercedes-Benz dealers. That's how much they're asking for them. When I walked into a Mercedes-Benz dealer to look at their all-new Orange Black Series, they had a $300,000 markup. Guess what? Someone paid it. Someone walked in and paid $300,000 over sticker for a car that cost right around $300,000 to $400,000. A 100% markup over the original price of the vehicle. 765LTs have shot up in value, the Spiders. The all-new Porsche GT4 dealers are telling me are selling for $100,000 over sticker. It's insane thinking about it. It's honestly insane. One interesting thing Chevy is doing is that if you do want to get the new Z06, and after 1 year rolls around, they will give you $5,000 worth of credit towards your GM account, something like that, and you can use that towards your loan payments. Interestingly, I believe that's what I read, if I read it correctly. They're actually giving you $5,000 worth of value of credits to keep and enjoy your American supercar. Gee, isn't that pretty cool? Anyways, please let me know, what do you think in the comment section down below. This is just such a fun topic. It really is insane. There's huge markups on not only these exotic performance vehicles, but also like jailbreaks coming out and TRXs and $20,000 to $50,000 over sticker for Raptors. People are paying that. Broncos are almost double the price. A $40,000 Bronco I can see at dealerships being sold for $80,000+. What? What? It's insane. What are the Bronco Raptors gonna go for? It's freaking me out just thinking about it. I would say in the end of the day, it's all about you, the buyer now. It's up to you to find a good deal and find cars that can be bought for what the manufacturer designs and markets them to be sold for. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button to help me out and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.